If what you desire to manifest is just not showing up, there are 3 really common manifesting mistakes. You're likely making one of them, and stay tuned to this video to learn what these 3 manifesting mistakes are. Hi, I'm Melissa, and I'm a spiritual coach and mentor for women and folks who want to live their authentic purpose and develop their spiritual gifts. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. And if you've been a long-standing member of this community, love and backing to you. So grateful that you're here. Please share this video and this channel with a friend so they can learn and grow as well. There are 3 common manifesting mistakes that if you're making one of these or more than one of these, you're going to feel like you're hitting your head against a brick wall and things are not working out. So let's take a look at what these 3 manifesting mistakes are so that you can fix them and have those things that you desire and your authentic purpose that you came here to live. Manifesting mistake number 1. You don't believe it's possible. Whatever it is that you're manifesting, deep down inside, you don't really believe that you can have it. It feels impossible. It feels out of reach, okay? And even if maybe there's a part of you that believes that, you keep talking yourself out of it. You keep coming up with excuses as to why you're not going to do the work required or why you're not good enough for it, etc. All of that is revealing that there is a belief problem. In order to manifest your heart's desires, you need to be delusional. Yep, I said it. You need to be delusional. You need to believe so at your core that it is a done deal, that it is inevitable that this thing will occur. If you can get to that space, then manifesting is inevitable, but it takes that belief. And what can often happen is you're looking out there at what's happening in your life right now and using that as evidence for what can happen in the future. So if you look at your bank account and see that there's not enough money in there or it's not what you want, then you believe that that is your reality and you keep creating it and creating it and creating it in the future. So being delusional means that you are now going to absolutely believe in that future reality that you have envisioned and created for yourself energetically. And it is 100% belief. And so that means that when challenges come up along the way, or maybe even things don't work out as you would have expected or hoped, as you're moving toward that manifestation, that doesn't throw you off. You just see it as the universe teaching you something. You're learning about yourself. You're seeing what you would do differently next time. And you keep being absolutely having delusional belief that that is coming true. Okay? So belief. Manifesting mistake number 2. You haven't made a decision and you haven't made a commitment. So what is absolutely required in order for you to manifest your heart's desire is to decide and commit. Those are 2 very powerful words. Decide and commit. So have you actually decided that that goal is going to happen for you? Have you committed to it 100%? Or are you wishy-washy? Are you changing your mind? Are you telling yourself the timing isn't right yet? Or any other excuse that could come into your mind? I can't do it because of my responsibilities to all these other people. I know those things seem real, but they're really just a smokescreen for the fact that you haven't committed yet. So I'll give you an example from my life. I've been toying with the idea of taking my son to Universal Studios for a couple years now, but I was always wishy-washy about it. I nearly did it last year and I never booked the flights. I put it off, I procrastinated. I told myself it wasn't the time yet, or I didn't have the money for it, or whatever it might be, right? But now I'm coming to the place where I'm like, okay, all that is required for this manifestation of this trip to Universal Studios to come true is for me to decide and commit, okay? So if I don't decide and commit, that trip will never happen. Who's going to do it? Who's going to throw it in my lap? Maybe I might win a contest, but I would still have to enter the contest, right? So there are times when manifestation happens out of the blue. It does. And I've experienced that. And that's magic and amazing when it happens. Live it up when that happens. But you also have to really get your energy into an alignment. right? So if you're twiddling your thumbs waiting for the magic to just show up in your lap, that's a sign the universe is saying he's not really committed. He or she is not really putting the action into place yet, and so we're going to wait, just like she's waiting. Does that make sense? So with this trip now, I've absolutely decided and committed that it's happening at spring break of 2023. And so now I'm going to act accordingly. Now I'm going to come up with my plan. I've given myself enough time to plan it out, to budget it, and it's happening. It's a done deal. That's a very different energy than being wishy-washy. Your energy is powerful in manifesting, but so are your actions. Your actions will be based on what you decide and commit to. And the universe will then show up for you as well. Okay, manifesting mistake number 3. The universe is actually trying to give you exactly what you've been asking for, and you say no to it. That might sound crazy, right? Why would anybody do that? But what happens is that sometimes we get a fixed picture. We think it has to look a certain way. And I know somebody who's wanting to manifest a new property for her retreat center. She has a small business running out of her home right now, and she has a strong desire to build a retreat center. And it sounds amazing. I would love this for her, right? And she has this picture in her mind about what it's going to look like when she drives up the driveway of this place. And so when she looks at properties, she sees if it matches that picture that she had in her mind. And so by doing that, she's saying, no, it's not the perfect place, because she's got a fixed picture of what it should look like. Rather than being open and flexible to what are my essentials in what I want to manifest, even if it doesn't look exactly like I thought it would. So where are you having a fixed picture in your mind? Maybe a romantic partner showed up and you said no to them because of a frivolous kind of a thing, like their age or where they grew up. I don't know, I'm just making stuff up. But see if you can reconsider those things, because what are your deal breakers and what is not? So I'll give you an example from my life. This is a really interesting one. So several months ago, I started to have this desire to buy my own place. And so I went with that energy that was coming up for me, because previously I didn't want to buy a house. I was perfectly happy renting. There was no desire to buy. You've got to honor your own desires. Don't do what other people want for you. Do what you truly desire. And then sometimes things shift, right? So for me, not wanting to buy shifted, and I started to have a new desire come up. And so I started to visualize, what would this house look like? What do I want to manifest in my house? And these were the things that started coming up as I was tuning into the energy of what I wanted to manifest, and I was imagining and visualizing it. I started to see a small garden where maybe birds would come up and I would have a deck. Maybe I would have 3 bedrooms and an office space. So there was plenty of room, but I didn't want a huge house. It's just not me. I don't really desire huge rooms in a mansion. But I'd love, 3 bedrooms and an office and just a small but comfortable and very attractive house. And I also desired to really renovate it and have it feel cozy and have it feel like me. So in the meantime, I am in this wonderful relationship with my partner, and he has a house, and we start talking about maybe moving in together. But I had a fixed picture in my mind of what this house that I was going to buy for myself was going to look like. Similar to my friend who thought that it had to, the driveway of her retreat center has to look a certain way. I started imagining my house looking a certain way. And cut a long story short, what I realized was the universe was bringing me my manifestation. His house has the requirements that were essential to me. It doesn't look exactly like my manifestation, but the more that I thought about it, I realized, wow, this is actually so close to what I desire to manifest that it was staring me in the face for so long. And yet for months and months and months, I thought that I would have to buy a separate house and he would keep his house. But the universe was trying to give me this house and I didn't even have to buy it. It was already bought. Wow. What an amazing manifestation, right? And I'm halving the amount of rent that I have to pay right now because I'm going to share costs with him. So the teaching point here, obviously, is don't be too fixed on what it should look like. Tune into the energy and realize that sometimes the universe is giving you things and you're saying no to it because you're too stuck in it looking a certain way. So start to tune into what does your manifestation feel like rather than being fixed about what it should look like. So if you desire to manifest your heart's desire and to uncover the limitations that are preventing you from doing that right now, I highly encourage you to check out my program, Authentic and Aligned. Check out the waitlist. If there's an application process available, go ahead and apply. Every quarter, I form a small group cohort where I guide you through this process of finding your inner soul's calling, knowing your authentic self and your authentic purpose, so that then you can manifest these amazing things into your life. Manifesting is a core part of the material that you'll learn in Authentic and Aligned, but it comes at the end of the program. And there's a very important reason for that. Because if you're not in alignment and if you're still harboring limiting beliefs, if you're not aware of your purpose, then you're going to feel like you're hitting your head against that brick wall and things aren't manifesting. You want to manifest from your authentic self and from your authentic purpose. And so that's why I guide you through the process of finding your deeper soul's calling so that the magic starts happening in your life too. If you want that new career and you just don't know what it is, this is the program for you. I'm going to guide you through the process to find that so you can manifest the change that you haven't been able to have in your life yet. So the place to check it out is communicatewithangels.com/authentic and aligned. And there's another video I highly recommend that you watch next. It's called, If You're Struggling to Manifest, Try This. I've linked it right beside me here. I'll see you there.